I think when we talking about mental abuse, I think I know we talking about relationships and you talk about when you get to adulthood, but what I'm talking about is when children are born, girls are taught they can do what they want. That's what I'm talking about. And this is an anecdotal response rather, that is worldly. I got a twin sister. She's 15 minutes older than me, but I act like the big brother. When we was growing up, I was taught by my mother, you don't hit girls. And you know who heard that? My sister heard that. You know who knew that? My sister knew that. So you know what my sister would do? My sister would hit me. My sister would hit me. She would do all kind of stuff, and I would not hit her back till one day my mother saw it. And when my mother sees her hit me, and she says, "Why you let Tawanda hit you like that?" Now I'm older now, so my ad lib is a little different because I wanted to say like, "B, you told me not to do it," but I'm just joking, y'all. But I said, "Well, you taught me not to hit girls," and my mother said, "The next time she hits you, hit her back." And now, armed up with this new information, I could not wait for Tawanda to hit me. And sure enough, Tawanda came and hit me. I hit Tawanda back, and we never had that problem again. But in this society, girls are taught girls can hit boys, you can't hit that boy back. So by the time you become a teenager, by the time you become an adult, you're armed with this mentality on both sides of the spectrum. It's dozens of examples. I used this when me and Tommy was doing a show before. Ray Rice ain't played football again for hitting that woman for spitting on him, but Jay-Z got ridiculed for doing what a man is supposed to do. Lil Bow Wow got ridiculed for doing what a man is supposed to do. Jay-Z on that elevator, this woman is acting like a complete animal. And nobody said anything about what Solange did, but made fun of Jay-Z because he's standing there like this. And why is he scared to death to touch her? To do anything to defend himself? Because he knows if I even raise my voice at her, they're going to say, "Why did you do that, Jay-Z? You're the man. You're supposed to be bigger than that." But nobody has ever taught the woman to be bigger than that, to act mature, to act like an adult. Any excuse that they want to use to act like a child and go off with their mouth and be in their feelings, they have a license for it.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Okay, I want to say this. All right, statistically, men are more abusive. Okay, that's number one. Men are more abusive because they're always trying to control somebody. Second of all these little examples that you done gave, you really don't know what's behind the scene. You just caught Solange in the elevator fighting him because of what? A reaction from a action. And we don't know. They probably do that all the time.
Whoa, how could you say that? You have nothing to back up what you just said. Now, this victim blaming you're doing right now, ma'am.
He might have did something to her sister and she jumped in it and she just, the aggressor, because you see Beyonce, she was saying it back like, okay, because they do this all the time.
That doesn't mean what you just said. Jesus Christ. You're a problem.
Chris, Taurus, Rihanna and him, you caught where he was hitting her. They probably was fighting all the time. We don't know these examples. But me growing up, my brother was the one that was like, my father was telling him, "You a man, a woman is beneath you," like in a sense, not saying in a disrespectful way, but like, you the king, you the one, you don't ever let a girl be over top of you. You don't ever let a girl do this or do that. You know what I'm saying? So the same way you're saying something about a woman and you're being taught not to hit a woman, in the same breath, we're hearing my parents say that the boy is over top. I got mad all the time. My brother always got away with stuff. He got the first car. He got the first this. He got the first that. So it makes him, in other words, be like he's over top of the woman.
What did any of that got to do with abuse? What did any of that have to do with that? Did you hear what you just said? You started off with Beyonce and Jay-Z and their situation, and then brought up Chris Brown and Rihanna. So you're on a track. How did your brother be taught that he's over a woman, and then him being given a car first, him getting these things first? How did that translate to the other two things that had to do with violence. My mind is now blown. You got me confused. Do you know what you're saying?
So the same way you giving examples about how a woman gets away with stuff, we can get examples on how the man gets away with stuff and how
what was the
he's
example?
the abuser because he's trying to have control. You know, every time I've known about a woman doing something from a man to a man, it's a reaction from his action. You said something about the girl cheated on her man, and the lady said, "You need to watch. She's bringing men to the house when you're not there, or whatever the situation." And then when he came home, he said, "You got to go." She probably was saying to him that we don't know. What about how many times I done let you get away with cheating on me? You done.
What is she talking about? She's just saying nothing right now.
Got away with it. So now that I'm cheating, you want to put me out. I ain't going nowhere. I'm just saying we don't know that. I mean, every time I've come across a woman doing something to a man, it is a reaction from a action.
But it still doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that it makes it
Crazy.
No, wait a minute. I'm not saying that it makes it right. I'm just saying that
because you were saying you made it right.
you know, we shouldn't be doing nothing disrespectful to each other, period. I'm not going to say I don't agree with a lot of things that Tommy and Captain Tazariak is saying, and on what Sonetta is saying. We are not strong as you are. We are not as strong as you are. We shouldn't be hitting you. But sometimes you can take us to a point where at that point, we don't care. I'm just being very honest. At that point, we don't care. It's getting ready to happen. And you can best believe y'all might be stronger than us. But that's when the grits and the knives and all that come into place, because we know you stronger than us. I'm being straight up. Since I wanted to go there, that's where it's going to go.
Whoa.
We know you stronger than us.
And the older lady on the side is shaking her head saying yes to this? This is actually destructive, what she's saying.
Why you get the grits and the oatmeal, and we can't wait till you go to sleep, and all that kind of stuff comes into play. You know, it's an action.
Wow, do you know what you just did?
Yeah, you're making our point. Yeah, you're making our point.
Well, whether I'm making a point or not, I'm being very, very honest. Most of the time, a woman
Appreciate it.
It is
right.
a reaction from an action. The most
Is
of the
that
time,
about being honest? Isn't it about understanding the honesty that you're given?
Wait a minute, Tommy. Most of the time, she's even cussing you out and saying because you done did something.
Again,
And
you make women have to be constant victims.
But wait a minute.
We're picking up, bring it out, Tommy.
Yes, you're making women to be constant victims. Look what you.
None of y'all when y'all was talking, just like.
Well, you're not finishing either. You're just repeating yourself.
Wait a minute. Are you to Tommy?
No, I'm saying you're repeating yourself. You can ask the audience.
There, and that's what you was doing, but nobody said that you was doing that. But when you listen back to it, you're gonna hear yourself repeating too. Okay, so here
she's losing it because all the guys just said you made their point that women are violent, and then after you said all that violence you just did, you made them victims. You know about the violence, and then you actually justified the violence, and now you don't know how to stop yourself because everyone is now saying, well, thank you. Thank you for doing what you just did, my dear. You just made their whole argument. And Sister Wise, don't know if she's that wise, the older lady, she's shaking her head, looking confused like this, agreeing to the violence.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna let you have it because I don't even want to go there. I don't. Because you interrupted me, you made me forget what I was about to say.
She wasn't saying nothing. She was just repeating herself.
I just would like you to, again, learning. I just would like you to look at some of the things that are being said to what you're saying, and from men and women. You could be right. Like I could be saying something that's very true. I could be saying, man, I just lay up in the bed with this man and tell everything me and this man do, and everybody starts shaking their head. Well, that's gay. Oh, hey, I'm just being honest. You are, but it's still gay. What you're saying is abusive. No matter how honest you are, it's abusive and dismissive. They gave anecdotal situations. You turned around and took those anecdotal situations and added things that weren't in there. You literally said, well,
true. Is it true? You don't know what happened when
hold on, but we do know what, okay, ma'am.
So you're not going to minute the situation. I don't want to minute what you did just because you seen a reaction from an action.
But wait a minute. But if you're a cop, if you're a cop and they pull up on a situation and they see somebody beating you up, do you want them to separate, or do you want them to sit in their mind and think, I don't know what caused that person to do that, and just let it keep going?
But you want another page. What you talking about?
Dog. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you cannot just add in what we don't know. We only can go by what we absolutely know right then. What we know for a fact. Let's deal with the facts before we start adding things to it. And each of those things, when you were talking about the facts, the woman was the abuser when we saw it. You added situations to lessen her abuse. You said, we don't know if. Yeah, you don't know, but you do know this woman was doing this. That's why Doc said it doesn't matter. It's wrong.
That's all you saw, but you're not saying, Tommy.
She did it
Why
again.
do we need to see these other things? Why are you telling us this?
Because we want to know how it got to where it's at.
So then wouldn't that person who did it, again, always have an excuse then, which goes back to what I said at the beginning. But I'm saying at the beginning, what did I say women do? Every time they get caught, they make the excuse and say someone made them do it. Then you're not an adult if someone can keep making you do something.
You're an adult. You just had a reaction from an action.
Drugs. That's just drugs right there. That's pure fentanyl right there. Ma'am, you don't understand. You are showing us, you're letting us know how clean that cut is. Like, not stepped on at all what you're doing. You're not an adult. All you just said is that you won't take accountability for anything, no matter what. Ma'am, do you know if you get upset and do something, you will always have an excuse. There's almost always a reason for a person to do it, unless, even if a person is actually crazy, mentally crazy, they'll say, well, you know, the dog told me to do it. The voice in my head told me to do it. That's a reaction from a reaction. No matter what you're saying right now, you're showing everybody that you justify violence for women. And that's very disturbing.
You're an adult. You was an adult when you did whatever you did. But I agree. When Nepal said, should you just walk away? I'm a person that feels as though that you should just walk away. You should just leave.
I think women need to be retaught, or have to be retaught, because if you think about it.
Too.
No, not on this subject, because men are raised to be more disciplined. They're raised that way. Women are raised that they don't. That's why I use my sister as an anecdotal experience that's reflective to the real world. Women are raised that they can say and do whatever they want to a man. Men are raised to be more disciplined. So it's impossible to believe that a woman is less violent. She has to be more violent because she was raised that way. And another stat that, like, when you bring up statistics, I would never do that, because a man can't even bring up his abuse.
Right.
If a man brings up he's abused by a woman, he's a punk. He's a sissy. He's a homo. He's everything under the sun, to where men accept the abuse. Because if they go to a brother, they believe if they come to me, now this ain't real, but this is what people believe. If they come to me, because I'm a counselor, and say, hey, my wife is doing this to me, or this lady is doing this to me, they believe I'm going to ridicule them. I'm going to expose them. I'm going to laugh at them. I'm going to talk about them, because you supposed to be tough enough to do what? Take it. Oh, that's just a girl. That's just this. So women have to be re-educated when it comes to discipline. Even as Sister Freedom keeps saying, she's not faulting. She's not taking away the blame, but this is the reason. A man can't use that reason. So if a man can't use that reason, then a woman can't use that reason either. And if we eliminate the reason and teach women, and I ain't even saying a man has to teach a woman, even though we the best ones to teach him. That's just facts. But if a woman has to learn to have discipline in those moments. You know how many times a woman called the cops on a man because she angry, then by the time the cops come, she done left that anger and she done left her emotions? How many times a woman sends that crazy text to him? Oh, I was in my feelings about it. But we got to hear it. And then we got to take it because they're in their feelings. If women were raised with the same discipline that we have, it might not be that much abuse out there.
What happened? Didn't they do that to Bow Wow? What you was talking about?
That's my point, right? That's my point.
Him and calling him all kind of names. Because he hit the woman back.
You know, them scratches Bow Wow got is because he's trying to stop her from hitting him.
Right.
Did though.
Lionel Richie. It's been years since that woman beat him, and they still joke about that woman beating him. Even say whatever you want. We make jokes about Al Green getting grits thrown on him, but all Al Green did was cheat. We wouldn't think it was funny that a woman, Lorena Bobbitt, she cut her man's penis.
Did you just make a face, Miss Freedom? Did you just make a face about a guy cheating so a lady threw hot grits on a man? Really? So based off of your logic, Miss Freedom, because you just made a face, so I'm going to address it. Based off of your logic, if a lady cheats on her guy and he literally cops back and give her one, you all right with that? Let's be honest, you're not all right with that. I don't know anybody who can just say they all right with that. Based off of your logic, you all right with it. You gotta say it now. She's so lost in this world.
Penis off.
Why?
No woman had a problem with her doing that. Imagine if my girl cheated and I cut her clitoris off. Y'all would have told me, you should have just left. You don't do that. You don't mutilate somebody.
I wonder how much she took from him before she got to that point where she said,
she did it again.
You don't know if he gave her a disease.
That's crazy.
He had a baby on her.
Don't know it either.
Yeah.
How does that equate to his penis getting cut off, though?
I love you, Freedom. We have two different emotions. So what you might think is minute to you because you a man may not be minute to us because we are women and we got different emotions. We got different actions. We got different reactions for your action is what I'm saying. Stop lying in what you do. And Cap, I'm sorry, you are not the best teacher for a woman. A woman is the best teacher for a woman.
Oh my God. Listen to what you just said. You're not the best teacher. Listening to you, you're making that no one should trust women. You are the worst advocate. I'm not even going to say that women can't teach women. I would never say that. But I'm telling you this right now, listening to you, I'm pretty sure most people be like this. We should really think about this thing. We should really think about this. That's so... He had his dingus cut off. And you just said, how much did she take to cut it off? To mutilate a person? How much? Whoa.
And a man is the best teacher. Why don't you?
When you say a woman is the best...
Wait a minute. I said a woman is the best teacher for a woman. And a man is the best teacher for a man because he can talk about the experiences he can talk about the experiences that he may have went through to try to stop him from going through what he may have went through. Just like a woman needs to be taught by a woman on what she may have went through in her life and in her relationships. And you shouldn't do this or do this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about education.
The man is trying to have some form of control over the woman, and that's the reason why you may say a man, so he can tell her what to do. He can advise.
She's a pro-black feminist. That's what she is. She's like one of those Angela Davis, the Afro. I care about women, then I care about black. She's one of those. That's what we're hearing.
He can't advise her. I'm not saying he can't advise her. Just like
just to be clear, I'm on a specific subject. I'm talking about disciplining your mouth and self-control. A woman can't teach it. A woman can't teach another woman that because a woman was never taught to have control and know what that even looks like. She don't even know what. You know where most women learn their self-control from? Their fathers. They don't learn their self-control from their mothers. They learn that from their fathers because
we are, because this is the reason why we're the way we are. Because the man didn't do what he was supposed to do as a man. So
now, as you saying the man ain't doing what he's supposed to do, it's because that woman more than likely put that man out the house, and that's why he's not there to do what he's supposed to do. But on the subject of discipline, women have been raised to be disciplined less. That's what you've been raised as. Whereas boys have been raised to be disciplined since they were born. So on the subject of no, they have not.
What the hell you just say? Did you just say women were raised to be disciplined? What? She's just answering. She's just talking right now. She doesn't care what's happening. She needs women to be the best. She's thinking this is a battle that women are better right now. So everybody should understand that. That's all that's happening. She is looking as this is Friday Night Lights. She's the linebacker, middle linebacker, and she got that neck thing on. She's like, we got to win. That's all she's thinking right now. This is not like an actual building conversation for her. Remember that.
What we talking about, that's why I have yet to see any story where a man just hit this woman for no reason. But we've given a plethora of stories where men have been patient with women and women have not listened. The most current is Sha'Carri Richardson. That's the prime example of what we talk about. That on the video, that woman threw his ass up against the damn pole. He fighting the pole like she was on security or some shit. And you know what he did? And you know what's crazy? You know what he did? He went off camera. And as he's off camera, he's telling her, listen, they got cameras in here. Because you know what he recognized in that moment? I'm Christian Coleman, a track star. This is Sha'Carri Richardson, a track star. We're not normal human beings. We don't want this to hit the internet. Hey, don't do this. Let's talk about this later. You know what she like? Man, F that. I want to talk about this now. Push them some more. Through his headphones. He walks over. He's still trying to walk away from her. And as she does that, when the TSA gets involved, she acts innocent to them. Now, imagine if somebody would have taught her discipline of how to carry herself, she would have followed her man's lead. You said we want a form of control. He should have controlled her. And if she would have been under his control and they had that issue, he would have said, hey, let's talk about this later. She would have recognized the situation and said, you know what, you're right. I don't want to do this at this airport. Because she did it her way, her dumbass went to jail. And then tried to get him arrested. Said, I got videos of him.
Because he
video. Thumb up the video.
You said he bailed her out, right? Wait, hold on 1 second, Si. Hold on. You said he bailed her out, right?
No, listen, that's what y'all do.
That's what you said.
Yes, she did. She did.
Okay, no problem. When he bailed her out, that's the proof that he's the one being abused. That's all you prove.
He likes
You're proving that. So just think about it. He's getting beat up. He's getting stalked in the airport. Cops come. He lies for her. She gets arrested. Still blames him. Tells them, I got proof that he abused me. I want him to go to jail. Tells her she tells him he's going to get vengeance, and he still bailed her ass out.
Because he likes it.
God.
She has a mental problem.
And the fact that you said, wait 1 second, Si. The fact that you said he like it, I would feel sorry for whoever's with you as the boyfriend.
Thank you.
If you got a boyfriend, I would feel sorry for that.
Freedom, hold on, time out. Nepal, when you finish.
Big screen. Y'all heard that? That was so disturbing to hear. That lady is supposed to be pro-black and actually be here to help the community. When she tried to justify women getting upset and throwing hot grits on a man for cheating, not leaving, throwing hot grits. She then said that the guy getting beat up by Sha'Carri at the airport, he likes it. Who raised this lady? I ain't gonna lie to you. I actually am quite surprised Sotomayor did not lose it on her. How do you listen to her just sit there repeatedly? Like, what's it called when you reframing or whatever? It's like when you're putting more metal on the frame. She was just backing up like female abuse to men. Like I think I said that right. She was crazy. It was victim blaming. It was making something up so the violent person was actually an angel. Whoa. It's like if I would have said Jeffrey Dahmer, like, and people say, I can't believe he did that. And I said, hey, yo, he was hungry, and we don't know if those people asked him to do what he was doing in that room. Like, that's what she did the whole time. Captain Tazariak and Tommy Sotomayor, I'm so sorry. And I know Cap was sitting there saying, sister, why are you doing this? Just stop. I'm telling you, it's different. Anybody who played like an actual sport and you was that person, like you was thinking like DJ Khaled, all you want to do is win. That's what she was in. It was tunnel vision. She was just focused. She didn't see nothing. All she seen was the lights. She heard the crowd cheering, even though they're on the internet, so there was no crowd cheering. That's all she seen. I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't never seen anybody do that with a straight face on and did call themselves Sister Freedom. But then again, she was just a pro-black feminist. I guess you could say she's pro-black womanist. Whichever one of those things is, I don't like any of them, okay?